Spawn trapping enemy players in COD Mobile is a skill you must have. Take a look at this. I took out this guy and immediately knew where he would spawn, so I went over there and took him out again. I also took out his teammates, but pay attention to what I'm about to do. Now watch me take out the same guys again. This is what spawn trapping is. If you play it back and see, after taking them out the first time, I turned my back away from the spawn. This is because spawns depend on the enemy position and visual input. By looking away, I told COD Mobile it is completely safe to spawn them there again. I manipulated the spawns to work in my favor. You see, being able to predict the spawns in the game is a whole different level of skill. If you can do this already, then you are built different. If you can't, then don't worry, I've got you. With these 5 tips, we will take it step by step and build up your knowledge of the spawn system in Call of Duty Mobile. So the first thing you should know is that you can actually force spawns. If you want the enemy player to spawn at a particular spot, you can do this by first considering 2 factors: position and visual inputs. For position, if you are close to the spawn point of the map, the game spawns the enemy player away from you. This is why if you and your teammates, or maybe just you, decide to push too deep into the enemy spawns, it automatically flips. The game will do everything it can to save the enemy players from you. But as for the visual inputs, as long as you are not looking at the spawn point, COD Mobile will decide it is safe to spawn the enemy player there. One thing you should know is that the game prioritizes visual input over position, so sometimes you can be standing in the enemy spawn point and then it spawns them behind you, away from your view. This is why in maps like Shipment and Terminal, players can randomly spawn behind you. It is not the game being broken, it is just how it works. Now if you take a look at the earlier clip, I made sure to look away and even move away. This tells the game I am no longer a threat because my position has moved and I have no visual knowledge of the spawn, so it ends up respawning the enemy players there, right into my trap. The next tip is to constantly change angles. When you have the enemy players trapped in their spawn, you need to rotate your position after every 2 or 3 kills. This is important because if you keep killing them, they get irritated and start to target you. Staying in the same spot makes you an easy meal, so avoid sticking around the same spot if you are trying to streak up and win the game. Here is an example. You can see me spawn trapping the enemy team right here. I changed my position and pushed deeper into the spawn and got 2 extra kills. Then I switched up my position again and got 4 extra kills. So always change angles if you want a successful spawn trap. Next is to know the spawn point and expect enemies. You see, if you don't know the spawn point, you are as good as dead once you get into the enemy spawn, because you might end up playing a bad position and getting shot from behind. So take your time to study the spawn areas for each map, each hardpoint, and each flag. For instance, the current hardpoint was over here. Generally, the map gets split into 2 spawns relative to the hardpoints: upper spawns and lower spawns. My teammates were in the lower spawns, so that's how I knew the enemies would be in the upper spawns. Now make sure you use the right score streaks that reveal enemy position. Spawn trapping is the easiest way to build up score streaks during a match. You could go the whole game without being able to streak up, but the moment you lock in the spawn trap, everything becomes easier and you take control of the game. However, you still need to use the right score streaks that help you to better spawn trap while helping your teammates secure the point. Score streaks like the UAV, the counter UAV, advanced UAV, and the EMP help you better predict the enemy's position and also completely destabilizes their gameplay. Final tip is be strategic with your spawn traps. Firstly, don't spawn trap blindly or without reason. Personally, I spawn trap when I notice we don't have map control, so I sneak into their spawn and take out as many players as I can. By holding them off, this gives my teammates time to easily capture the objectives. If you are a slayer, it's important you master this. Secondly, don't over push into the enemy spawn, especially in the game of hardpoint. The spawns can easily flip if you push in too deep and can cause your team to lose the objectives. So that's everything I have for you. I hope you found this useful. If you learned something new, don't forget to drop a like on the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Good luck.